Hello again. Let's do this. Sorry for erupting the stream video again, suddenly, because of course I had to go for dinner. So now I'm back. Misha. Okay. He seems like a very interesting person, doesn't he? We knew there was going to be a new student, but we didn't know you would be here today so soon. Hichan, right? Hichan? Yep, it fit, doesn't it? Did I say it out loud? It's a surprise. I've never really liked that nickname. I don't really see how... It fits. You look just like I imagined. Yeah, you look just like a Hichan. It sounds like hitchhiker, but that's probably because of how I pronounce it. I wonder why everyone seems to think so. Akamichi taps her fingers on the desk to get Misha's attention. They gesture back and forth to each other excitedly, their hands a blur. Misha seems a little overwhelmed. Sorry about that. Shichan wants you to know that she's a class rep, so if there's anything you need to know, you can feel free to ask her. Do you like the school so far? We can show you around a little if you haven't had the time to walk around and familiarize yourself with it. Misha stumbles with the hard word a bit, making it stick out in an otherwise fluid translation. Thanks, that would be pretty helpful. Yeah, I just kinda came straight to class today. Haha! That's not good. You should always try to learn as much as you can about where you're going before you go there. Not just with school either. Always, even if it's a trip to the convenience store. Really, Shichan? Haha! Learn about where you're going? I guess I didn't bother to do that, or I just didn't care enough to do so. I didn't look forward to this, even if I committed myself to go along with it half-assedly, but anyway. I don't say anything, and Misha signs something that ends in a shrug. What was that? Seems like it was about me. I feel like slumping over in my seat. Both of them are smiling. But that little shrug hit me unexpectedly deeply. By the way, Rook, how's the audio? Just curious. You look down. Are you okay? Oh, okay. Thanks, Rook. Don't take it the wrong way, please. I hate it when people are afraid to ask questions. That's how people learn things, by asking. Asking for help is perfectly normal, as much as needing help. Stop looking like you just failed a test. Haha. Alright. And another thing, you don't have to call Shichan something so formal like Hakamichi or class rep all the time. Just call her Shichan. Haha. Okay, maybe that's a bit too casual. Maybe Shitsune would be more appropriate? Yep, Shitsune's fine. Okay, that would be a lot easier for me. I feel a lot more at ease. Both of them seem so friendly, so I feel like an idiot for being so apprehensive earlier. Especially about Shitsune, who I assumed would be all business. Well, she still seems like that. Just less so, I guess. Huh? Oh, right. We haven't even touched the assignment. We should start work now, or Shichan will get mad. The assignment is also kinda long, so should we start now if we want to finish it before the end of class? Haha, that too. She laughs too much. Shitsune glares at the two of us impatiently. I don't need to know sign language to understand that. Okay, I get the message. After class, we can take a walk around the grounds together. It's a nice day today, okay? The assignment is actually very challenging to get through, combining aspects of both being difficult and unnecessarily long. Still, we finish it a few minutes earlier than anyone else in class, despite our late start. Setsune and Misha are really capable. They're quite different though. The class rep is as calm and professional as she looks, while Misha is a lot more playful and girlish, not to mention a little more easily distracted. To be honest, the two of them did most of the work. I feel guilty about that. That's distracting. Stop! The clock tower bells ring, signaling the end of the period. Time for lunch. Without knowing what else to do, I follow Misha, who is beckoning me into the hallway and down the stairs. We descend even below the lobby where I met Mutao, down to the bottom floor. Just like everything in the school, the cafeteria seems too spacious and oddly modern in contrast to the classic exterior. Its big windows open to the courtyard towards the main gate. It's the cafeteria, no shizzle. Her enthusiastic statement of the obvious makes people around us stare. Misha doesn't seem to care, so we proceed to the line. There is a rather long list of menu options, which seems great until I realize that many of them are to accommodate students who need special diets. How nice. It almost feels like I'm back at the hospital, eating portions measured with scientific precision to meet the needs of the patient. I pick something at random and follow Setsune to a table sitting opposite to her. As I nibble indifferently at the food I'd rather not eat, Misha pokes me in the side to get my attention and points to Setsune. I don't understand sign, so the point escapes me. Maybe looking at a person who talks to you is polite. Do you want to know something? What? About anything. We're your guide, so you should ask if there is something. I wonder. Yeah, I'm gonna ask. That's what I'm gonna do. Because I'm just that rude. Setsune intrigues me, and I kind of want to ask something about her. I can't really ask about something that personal, can I? Look, dude, this is what I've learned to ask people, even but carefully. Like you can ask, if it really is, you can ask like, if you don't mind me asking, can I ask you about your deafness? If you don't mind, if you feel uncomfortable with it, I won't ask. But if stop. Oh well. That's kind of my personal thought. I can't come up with anything else to ask, so I just focus on my food while the girls talk between themselves. Ask already! Misha and Setsune sign back and forth very animatedly, throwing sideways glances at me, but Misha refrains from transference. Maybe they're talking about secret gossip or something. I quickly notice a conversation in sign is not enough to fill a silence. He didn't ask, I freaking clicked to ask the question and he didn't choose to ask. I wanna bet that if I asked about the library, he would have asked about the library, but no, he decided to ask about, I decided to ask about the freaking deafness and he decided not to ask anyways. What's the point in choosing if, fine, I'm gonna continue. We arrive in the classroom early, but we're not the first. That dark-haired girl I noticed before is slumped over her desk at the first row. Ah! She jumps a little when Misha crashes into the room with the elegance of a rhino. She shrinks deeper into a seat. I can feel her tension all the way from here, as if she were slowly turning into stone just from our presence. Misha and Setsune either don't notice or don't mind as they walk directly past her to their seats and begin to converse. I'm left wondering about her, even when the classroom slowly fills with other students and finally the teacher. Getting into the rhythm of school feels strange. It's as if my brain remembers how this is done, but my body doesn't. Towards the end of the class, I start yawning and counting the minutes left. I shouldn't be this tired on my first day of school. Well, guess what, dude? I had that a couple of times, especially after summer vacation, and yeah, it's perfectly normal, okay? Just maybe it's the long time spent in the hospital that made me feel like this. I'm even feeling physically weak and lifeless. Yeah, that's me by the end of the school day, often too. Before long, the final bell rings. School is finally over for the day. Beside me, Misha and Setsune are having a short conversation. After a bit of deliberation, Misha turns to me. Unfortunately, we can't stay and show you around today, Hichan. We've got to hurry already since there's a lot of work for us to do. What the hell are you gonna do then? Weren't you appointed to me to help me? Who's gonna help me at this school? Weird kids. You'll find your way around here, I'm sure of it. Yeah, I will. Yep. Ah, wait, the teacher said I'd have to see the nurse. Where do I have to go? Is that so? We can at least show you that much. Come on, the nurses have their own building, so we have to go outside. Really? That's awkward. We joined the flow of students making their way down to the stairwell, and outside was the girls pointing out their senior classrooms in the same hallway as ours. When we get outside, the girls make their way to the smaller building right next to the school. It's built in the same style, so it looks like it's actually a part of the main building. This is the auxiliary building here. There's a lot of official and important stuff inside, like the Yamaku Foundation office and all the nurses' offices. They even have a swimming pool. How is that official? Don't be silly, Hichan. It's for physical therapy, of course. Anyway, all the nursing staff facilities are in there too. The head nurse's office is on the first floor. You'll be fine from here, right? We'll be going then. See you tomorrow. Yeah, thanks. Bye. That was exhausting. A whole building for stuff that has nothing to do with the actual education. I guess it's necessary for a place like this. I walk in hoping that this really will be only a quick visit like the teacher said. On a white door on the left is a green cross with the text head nurse and the template. All these doors are brown. That one too. I don't know. I refuse to believe. Anyways, a voice from the inside responds to my knock almost immediately, but I can't quite make it out. It sounded a bit like an invitation to open the door, so I invite myself further in. The room is not large and it smells strange. A friendly-looking man turns on his office chair to face me as I enter. His desk is neat and tidy, but the bin under the table is overflowing with used medical utensils, and there are at least a dozen coffee cup rings lingering on the desk. Well, this picture's a bad representation of what you see, don't you think so? Maybe you cleaned it and you're just hallucinating. That guy looks disturbing. Smiling Man. He's even called Smiling Man. Hello there, what can I do for you today? He is young looking and sort of rugged, but the dimples in his cheeks wash that impression away when he smiles. Are you the nurse? Oh god, that was disturbing. He smiles like a person who has heard this very same question hundreds of times. Why yes, I am. It says so on the door, no? You can call me by my name or just the nurse, like everyone else. Of course, I shake off my confusion, realizing I probably should grab his extended hand. His handshake is rather firm and friendly. Right, I'm a new student and my homeroom teacher told me to come and meet you. My name is Isao Nakai. His eyes light up with revelation and he snaps his fingers. Oh, you're that Nakai. I was just reading your file in the morning. Some kind of chronic arrhythmia and related congenital heart muscle deficiency, right? He gestures me to sit down in a vacant armchair in front of his desk. Yeah. Good. Well, that's good. That's not good. Well, you've probably been briefed about the school enough, so I'll just go over this quickly. We have all kinds of facilities available, mostly physical therapy and such. There's always someone from my staff around, even at night, so never hesitate to call us if there is a problem. The famous 24-hour nursing staff. Wow, this is like a hospital. Well, not exactly. For instance, we don't do brain surgery here. His joke feels so out of place that I'm left thinking why he even said it. Yeah, just that it's really weird to have so many medical people at school. You'll get used to it. I'm not sure of that myself, but I don't let the nurse know it. Now, let me just find your file again. While he searches for something on his computer and shuffles stacks of papers around, I let my gaze wander around the room. It's the epitome of generic, I'd like to say. Beige walls and ceiling, dark grey laminate flooring, and all the equipment you'd expect from a school nurse's office. Even the ridiculous educational posters are hanging on all four walls, reminding me to eat properly, 3 times a day and from all the food groups. Smiling, the nurse draws a thick file from a stack of similarly thick files and opens it. So, you already have medication for the arrhythmia. Just remember to take your pills every morning and evening or it won't make much help. Apart from that, do you do any sports? Rash stuff like, I don't know, boxing? He grins to his own joke, but I don't. Well, I played soccer occasionally with some classmates. Alright, I'm afraid I'm going to have to recommend you refrain from doing that. At least for the time being. Oh, my lack of reaction made him raise an eyebrow. But really, I'm not too bothered by him forbidding me to kick a ball around. I guess I never did it out of burning passion for the sport, just to have something to do. Any kind of concussion might be very dangerous to your heart, and risking another attack is not a good idea. Was the previous one caused by a sudden concussion to the chest area? There is no mention of cause in your papers. Not exactly. I sidestep the question acceptably, and he glances at me over his papers, with a more serious expression on his face. Still, you need to keep your body healthy, so some exercise would do good. We have physical therapy and such available, as I said, but I don't think you really need such heavy measures. Just get some light exercise regularly. Brisk walls or even light jogging, jumping rope, that sort of thing. Swimming maybe, there's a pool here. So I was told. You were? Very good. At any rate, I'm sure you've been told this before, but you need to take care not to overexert yourself. He wags his finger to emphasize the point. No need really, I've heard this 1,000 times already. Absolutely no unnecessary risks. Take care of yourself. Okay. He goes over my papers one more time and sets them on the desk, obviously content. Good. That's it then. Come meet me if you ever need something. I ushered out before I even realize it. A quick visit indeed. I end up standing in front of the main building and the auxiliary building, although to my eyes they still look one and the same. It's the first real look I get at the other students, so I watch people coming out of the school, going towards the gate or the dorms. Everyone seems to know where they are going, and I still keep thinking that most of them don't look too special for being students at a special school. Then again, neither do I. Does that make me one of them? One of us? I should go somewhere too, to prevent me from getting lost. It's around dinner time, but I feel tired instead of hungry. The wariness in me only grows as I trudge towards the dorms, set a little way apart from the main building complex. There is a garden of sorts between the school and the dorms. Shrubbery, flowers, and that overbearing smell of fresh cut grass that fills the atmosphere. It dawns on my tired mind that the smell feels novel because I haven't been outside at all for so long. The dorm building is big and made out of red brick. Like the others, it feels way too pompous for what it is. So I push forward, going inside. It takes more time than necessary to fish out the key I was given from my pocket. Room 119. Despite the ornate exterior, the inside of the dorm is fairly new, functional and boring. Just like in the main building, the halls and doors are wide to accommodate wheelchairs. Same goes for the elevators at the end of the hallways. I poke my head around the corner of the common room door. Inside, a few students are watching the television. One nods and gives a quick hello before turning back to the TV. Seems that only girls around here are sociable. I suppose that's perfectly fine with me. I climb the stairs to the upper floor. Here, small corridors branch off from the main hallway. Each of these minor halls seem to have a toilet and shower, as well as 4 rooms. About halfway down the hall, I spy room 119. The nameplates on the room adjacent to mine are blank. I guess there are just 2 of us here. Light shines from below the door of room 117, so I knock lightly. Hello, is anyone home? From inside I hear a few movements, then the clicking of way more locks than I thought these doors had. After a moment, the doors squeak open. A bespectacled boy is standing in the doorway. He looks like Harry Potter. He is looking at me very intently through his extremely thick eyeglasses. Oh, hang on, going to respond to a quick message here. There we go. By the way, I'm gonna take a short break after about 30 minutes of this, and then I'll continue again until I have to go. For the time being. Who is it? Blind? No, at least not completely. Why would he have eyeglasses if he has? Oh, hello again, Siva. That's fine. If you fall asleep, good night. It's nice to have you around every now and again. Dun dun dun! He leans closer to me until our noses are almost touching. God, the creep. His breath stinks of garlic. He thinks I'm a vampire. Hisao Nakai. I'm moving into the next room. I thought I should introduce His face suddenly brightens in realization, and he stands back upright, thrusting his hand out in a smiling greeting, almost straight to my diaphragm. Whatever. Oh, sup, dude? His name's Kenji. Aha, hi. I take Kenji's sweaty hand and shake it, still a little bit rattled by the sudden change of attitude and vehement welcome. There was some suspicious looking people going in and out of your room earlier. It was probably my parents. Your parents? You sure? 'Cause there could have been some other people too. You can't judge a book by its cover. His out-of-place proverb is left hanging between us awkwardly as I try to think of some way to respond. I'd say the chances are high enough. He shudders and makes some exaggerated hand gestures. You're a brave man, Hisao. Me, I don't think I could trust the chances. The only one I trust is myself. Does that mean I shouldn't get to know you either? He thinks about this for a while. Seriously? Okay, he thought enough. A wise decision. Damn, you are smarter than you look. Probably. What do you look like? I hope not smart. He squints his eyes and leans closer again, but I lean backwards to dodge it. Never mind, it doesn't matter. With that he turns, fumbles around for a moment in search of the door handle and shuts the door behind him. I guess he was blind after all then, no? I slide the key into the lock and the door marked 119. Being bleak beige walls, white linen, a desk made of some type of light wood, ugly curtains. It's no one's room, impersonal like my hospital room was. My bags are sitting at the front of my bed, looking a lot emptier than they did this morning. The closet is still open, stocked with my clothes. It also seems that there are a number of school uniforms hanging there as well. A note is pinned to the sleeve of one of the shirts. Hi, Hichan. Hichan? I thought he was only nicknamed Hichan by... what is it? Mishan? The pink-haired girl? Okay, anyways, apparently my mom and dad are calling me Hichan too. We've unpacked your things and made your bed. They said that if these don't fit... you should go to the office tomorrow. If you have any problems, you can always call us. Love, Mom and Dad. Well, at least I don't have to worry about unpacking. I kind of would have. Then there would be something to do. It's still too early. I put the note down on the desktop and lie down on the bed, feeling drained. Lying there makes me want to read something, but I have nothing with me. I wonder if the hospital conditioned me for wanting to read whenever I have nothing to do. The restless urge just keeps growing until I have to stand up. Maybe it's stress or something. I was pretty nervous about it before coming, and for the entire day too. I still am, I think. Damn, I have to distract myself somehow, so I won't be this unnatural all the time. Tomorrow, tomorrow I'll go borrow some books from the library. Yeah, I'll do that. But for now, drugs! Oh, bottle of medications neatly arranged on my night table catch my eye. It's still drugs though. I pick up one and shake it just to hear the contents rattle inside, and then read the glued on pharmacy label. Hisaunakai, 2 tablets daily to stay alive. I don't think that really gets on the... I'm not gonna question it. It doesn't really say that, but it could just as well... God damn it! I should read before I start explaining my thoughts. Okay. It's kinda twisted, having your life depend on chemicals like this. I resent it a little, but what choice do I have? With a sign I begin a new daily ritual of taking the right number of pills from each bottle, being careful to check the correct dosages. I lie down again, feeling hollow and uncertain. And after that I keep staring at the blank unfamiliar ceiling for a time. It doesn't start looking any more familiar, not even after darkness falls and long shadows draw across my room like fingers. The sheets feel slightly more comfortable, warm and nest-like against the chill that passes for room temperature here. Soon the lighter shade of darkness that is the ceiling looks like every ceiling does at night, and it becomes the only thing I recognize anymore. The night beckons me to sleep, and I feel the coldness of unfamiliarity and fear creeping up on my spine once again. I keep drifting further away from the world I knew. Who did that? Oh, it's only now the title. Oh, damn. I wake up in a strange room. Solid morning light shimmers against the light grey ceiling. I had forgotten to draw the curtains closed like last night. This is my room, isn't it? My room. This is the third room this year I'm supposed to call mine. Various things around here remind me that indeed it's me who's supposed to be the one living here. My bag's on the floor, my new school books on the desk, my numerous medications on the night table. I stare at the bottles for a moment, deliberating until I open a bottle, shake out a pill and pop out a tablet from a foil sheet. I down them with a chaser of water without thinking about the chemistry. My uniforms are in the closet. I slink out from under the sheets and stretch my back before dressing up. Putting on a new school uniform feels like dressing in someone else's clothes. The artificial smell of generic detergent invades my nose, but the feeling of fresh cloth against my back is a good one, a natural one. It feels like a school uniform as it should. It's not different from what I used to wear before. That goes for other things too. So far, this place seems more or less like a normal school. Except for the people. I think back to my talk with Kenji yesterday. Misha's constant laughter and Shitsune's sweeping sign language gestures. Well, I've only met 3 students so far. Maybe they aren't that normal, but I'm sure others are. Haha, yeah, right. Or perhaps people like them are what passes for normal around here. Yeah, what does pass for normal around here? What do people do? I didn't see a lot of kids hanging around after classes yesterday, so maybe there are clubs. If so, I wonder if I should join one. Pausing this for a second, I'm going to answer your question, Rook. How was that for a prologue? Pretty interesting, actually. I figured actually the only prologue, the prologue would have only been better if you only had that sad, depressing part where he got the heart attack and such. But overall, it's actually also nice to see he goes to school and is a bit more relieved on the situation before you actually have the title. So I guess that's kind of nice. I'm gonna actually pause or stop for now and take a short break, and after that I'll start playing until I playing Katawa Shoujo until I can, and then I'll stop again for today. How's that? So I'm gonna stop now. Yes, stop.